The changes could be coming to an Indianapolis Public Library near you. Not only is technology changing our libraries, but so is how we use them. Jackie Nytes is the CEO of the Marion County Library System, and she is today's Sunday Spotlight. So we're here at the Central Library. Plenty of books to read, a lot of things going on in this place. Absolutely. It's a very exciting time for the public library. As you look forward, because you are planning ahead for the next 5 years, you're looking into the future, one of the main topics you're focused on is increasing access. Absolutely. That's probably fundamental, because if we've got a public library and people can't get to it or they don't know how to use it, then what's the point? So access, whether it means new locations, whether it means moving some of our libraries, whether it means figuring out what is the barrier for someone to use their public library, we're going to be focused on removing those kind of barriers. In fact, you're looking at some parts of the city, to the west side, where you've seen some major growth. You mentioned even Lawrence. So what does that look like? Because often when people say, oh no, realignment, does that mean something's going to close or something going to move? What does that honest conversation look like? In many instances, it's just a relocation to a better, more accessible site. For example, on the far west side, where the Eagle Library is kind of tucked away, and we'd like to get it out where people can find it more easily and make it bigger, because that's a very busy community library over there. In some cases, like down in Perry Township or up in Lawrence Township, there's just been so much population growth that they need another access point. They need another branch library, and we're going to try to make that happen. When you talk about innovation, what does that also look like? Because we're all now moving to the e-books. But as I look around us, there are a lot of books here. So are we getting rid of the books? We are still heavily in the book business. Over 90% of our circulation is still in a print book like you see surrounding us. But a lot of our other activity now is on the e-book or an e-magazine, an online magazine. Maybe it's a downloadable piece of music that someone wants to listen to instead of checking out a physical CD like they used to. So certainly there are innovations in the collection. There's also innovations in services too. We want to be the place where people can learn about new things. That might mean they come here and try out Google Glass. It might mean they come here for a demonstration on a 3D printer. We're not even sure what all the new innovations will be over the next 5 years, but our focus is going to be making sure that people have a chance to learn about them with the help of their public library. Have you been amazed by the technology? We were kidding off camera. My kids don't know what a cassette is or a Walkman is, and are you impressed with all this technology? It is a phenomenal, almost a tsunami sometimes to keep up with it. The younger people do better than some of us do, but it is actually something that at all ages we've got to be working on. That's why we send the Tinker Station around to all of our buildings on a regular basis, so people can literally be hands-on and try the different new kinds of technology and see what works best for them. Do you think books will ever become extinct? There's always this push about people, with the e-readers and the Kindles, but I think people still want to smell and touch a book. There still is a huge volume of books being published, and that's because people are still buying them and using them. In time, we will see a shift in that, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. Not at all. You are a big advocate of reading. In fact, you have a business card, and you encourage everyone, whether it's verbally or even with that business card, you want people to read to their kids right now. Absolutely, Rafael. That's why I put it on the back of my business card. It says, find a child to read with each week. This is the most fundamental thing. If we want our children to succeed in school, if we want them to succeed in jobs later on, they've got to have that fundamental skill of reading, and hopefully they see reading as something pleasurable, something positive. If they see their parents reading and they are a reading role model, they're going to read. And that's one of the messages that we have for the community. One of the reasons to increase access is to make it easier for people to help our children read. And you have plenty of books for them to pick up. We do, and we'll make that as easy for you as we possibly can. Jackie Nytes, CEO of the Marion County Library. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, beautiful place. Thank you for inviting us. We appreciate it. And Read Indiana Read. The library's strategic plan is on their website in the news and announcements section.